let us briefly talk about chemical kinetics now. It is an introductory session. Now, what is chemical kinetics? It talks about the rate or speed of a chemical process or a chemical reaction. Well, the chemical kinetics also talks about a detailed study about mechanism of reaction. Mechanism means what? If a reaction is not proceeding in one step, if there are many steps, study of all the steps that that gives a final product in the course of reaction is called mechanism. For example, A is becoming B, B is becoming C, C is becoming D. All the course that happens when A is finally becoming D, study of all the steps, including the slowest step, that is called mechanism. These two are very important aspects. You know, thermodynamics tells whether a process is feasible or not. For example, thermodynamics says that the diamond is very unstable form of carbon and graphite is a stable form of carbon. Therefore, if you are putting a diamond on a table, slowly it should become graphite because something unstable should become something stable. So thermodynamics says this diamond conversion to graphite is quite possible because it lays down that the delta G related to this process is less than 0. There is a thermodynamic function called Gibbs free energy chain. According to thermodynamics, for any process if delta G is less than 0, the process will be spontaneous. It can happen by itself. Wonderful. Now you are worried, should I buy diamonds or not? Because if you buy a diamond tomorrow, if it becomes graphite, all your money will be wasted. Unfortunately, thermodynamics will not tell within what time frame it can happen. But chemical kinetics tells it takes about crores of years for a diamond to become graphite. So you please don't worry, happily buy diamonds. Okay? Now, what do you mean by speed of a reaction? Suppose I am taking a material, a chemical A, which is becoming B. I am starting with 100 moles of A. When time is equal to 0, there are 100 moles of A, there are 0 moles of B. When time became 10 minutes, you noticed that there are only 70 moles of A because 30 moles became B. Because each A is becoming 1B in our imaginary reaction, now you can see the concentration of B became 30. Now look at this picture. Starting concentration of A is 100 moles, final concentration is 70 moles. So the change in the concentration of A, which I represent as delta A, is equal to final concentration minus initial concentration. That is equal to minus 30 moles. The minus is indicating that the concentration of A is decreasing. And now, the rate of this transformation I can write as change in the concentration of A by time taken. It means it is minus 3 moles per minute in our experiment. Well, if you look at from the standpoint of B, initially there are 0 moles and in our thought experiment finally there are 30 moles. So change in the concentration of B means final concentration minus initial by time taken. It means it is also 3 moles but it has a positive sign. It means in the expression for rate of a reaction, you have taken change in the concentration of somebody divided by time taken. And also you notice that the rate expression with respect to reactant will have negative sign and the rate expression with respect to the product will have only positive sign. You understand? Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, the rate of a reaction is nothing but change in the concentration by time taken. There is a problem. For example, there is a person who has taken birth. At the time of the birth, a person's height is 1 feet. Agreed, sir? when his age is 0 years 1 feet. He died at the age of 100 years. When he died, his height was 6 feet. Now, what is the rate of growth? You would say final height minus initial height, 6 minus 1 divided by time taken. That is called 5 by 100. So, conclusion, this person is growing at the rate of 0.05 feet for every year. Is it really correct, sir? Nonsense. Nobody will grow throughout their life. They grow taller up to say 15, 17, 18, 20 years. After 20 years, everybody will stop growing. Therefore, if you calculate like this calculation is wrong. What is this calculation? Simply I have taken final length, subtracted initial length, taken the entire time taken. If you take like this, it is called average measurement for rate of growth. Average rate means final concentration of A minus initial concentration of A divided by time taken. If you take all this like this, it is called average rate. But average rate is a theoretical value. Really, if you take the average growth of a person in our experiment from 0 to 100 years, the value which you got became meaningless because nobody is keeping on growing every day throughout their life. Similarly, the reactions will not proceed with the same rate throughout. Initially, a reaction may be faster, but after some time, the speed goes down. To address this difficulty, we have certain idea called instantaneous rate. Instantaneous rate is change in the concentration by time taken, where time taken tends to be very small when it's tends to 0. If the time taken tends to 0, it means you are taking very small interval of time, maybe 0.1 second, 0.01 second, 0.001 second. In that short span of time, you see what is the change in concentration. The type of expression where for a reaction A is becoming B, you take, total change in the concentration divided by total time taken. This we call as average rate. But if the delta T tends to 0, there is a small change in concentration of A and the time interval is very small. This expression of minus dA by dt is called differential rate expression with respect to reactant A. Always with respect to reactant rate A, reactant, always you put a minus sign. Notice. So the dA by dt is called differential rate expression that reflects the real state of a fire. So really we are going to study about what are the relationship between rate expressions when I use different reactants and products. What are the various factors that influence the rate of a reaction? For example, what is the nature of reactant? What is the temperature? What is the pressure? Is there any sunlight or is there any catalyst? All these factors can influence the speed of a reaction. And also, what is a rate equation? What is its significance? What is order? What is mechanism? All these terms we are going to study in detail in this topic called chemical kinetics. This is a very important part of chemistry, You know that petrol burns. When petrol is burning, certain gases are produced. The rate with which petrol burns in a engine can decide the efficiency or usefulness or effectiveness of that particular engine. The study of the rates of chemical reactions and biochemical reactions is very important. Suppose you eat food, with what speed the food is getting digested? You are trying to cook your food. What is the rate or speed with which the food can be cooked? what is the rate of combustion of petrol in a car? All these are very, very important aspects that can profoundly influence our day-to-day life. Therefore, this topic called chemical kinetics we are going to study in next 6 7 lectures. Thank you very much.